Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about calculating quartiles for group data. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is already part 2 of our video class. The part 1 of our video is we actually calculate quartiles class using the Mendenhall-Sinzich method. So if you want to learn more about this one class, I will just put the link on the description down below. Feel free to see the video class. So in today's video class, we'll be focusing on linear interpolation method, and I will give you 2 examples class for you to really understand this one class, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Alright, so this will be the formula class in finding the quartiles. So we have Q sub K, so this one right here, we read this one Q sub K. So we have Q sub K is equals to K quantity n plus 1 over 4. So once again, class, K is the quartile that you're looking for. If you're looking for quartile 1, therefore your K is 1. If you're looking for quartile 2, therefore your K is 2. Alright, and then n is the total number of samples or the total number of values or data set. Once again, class, n is the total number of data values or the total number of samples. And then plus 1, 1 class is constant. It's already in the formula divided by 4. Alright, and then to get the interquartile range, so that would be quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Now, once again, class, when you solve for quartile 1, and then your answer, class, is a whole number, simply take the position, class. Once again, class, if your answer is a whole number, simply take the position. Now, when you solve for quartile 1, class, your answer contains a decimal. You need to get, class, the interpolated value, and this will be the formula. The first item plus the decimal, quantity second item minus the first item. Once again, class, do not be worried with this one, class. I will be explaining this one, class, step by step. I'm sure, class, this will be very easy, class. Just bear with me, class. Let's explain this one step by step. Okay, once again, class, let's do it step by step. I'm sure, class, this will be very easy, class. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. Alright, so let me just copy the formula. So we have Q sub K, n plus 1 divided by 4. Alright, so we're looking for quartile 1, therefore our K is 1. So K sub 1, or sorry, Q sub 1 equals K, that will be quartile 1. We're looking for quartile 1, therefore K is 1. And then n is the total number of data values. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do it step by step, class. 7 plus 1 divide 4. Alright, so Q sub 1 equals, so copy 1. Simplify inside the parentheses. Parentheses comes first. 7 plus 1, that would be 8. Divide 4. Let's do it step by step. So quartile 1 equals 1 times 8, that would be 8 divided by 4. Alright, so quartile 1, 8 divided by 4. What's the answer, class? That's correct, that would be 2. Alright, so once again, class, this is not yet the answer, class. This is just the position. When you solve for quartiles, this is just the position, class. Therefore, class, quartile 1 is on the second position. So first position is 3, second position is 4. Because you don't have 2 right here, class. Once again, class, you don't have 2 in the given data set. Therefore, you will not say that quartile 1 is 2. This 2 right here, class, is just the position. Therefore, quartile 1 is on second position. So first position, second position. Therefore, quartile 1 is 4. Alright, so quartile 1 is equals to 4. And then we're all set, class. Once again, class, all set for quartile 1. Alright, so question, sir, can we apply this formula? Nope. You cannot apply this formula, class, because the given answer is a whole number. Once again, class, if the answer is a whole number, no need to apply this formula. Once again, class, if the answer is a whole number, no need to apply this formula. Number 2, class, another example later on, number 2. We will be applying this formula. Alright, so let's find quartile 2. Let's do that. Alright, so Q sub K equals K. Let's do it step by step, divided by 4. Alright, so quartile 2. We're looking for quartile 2. So K is 2. And then 2. So once again, K is 2. And then N is the total number of samples. That would be 7 plus 1. So 7, 3, 6, and then 7. Divide 4. So quartile 2 equals 2 times 7 plus 1 is 8. Divide 4, so quartile 2. 2 times 8, that would be 16. Divide 4. Quartile 2 is 4. Alright, so the quartile 2 is on 4th position. So, first, second, third, and then fourth. So, therefore, class, quartile 2 is 6. Once again, class, do not commit mistake with this one, class. Your answer right here, class, this is just the position. Quartile 2 is in 4th position. So first, second, third, and then fourth. Therefore, your quartile 2, that will be equal to positive 6. Once again, class, if it's a whole number, no need to apply this formula. Simply take the position. So 4th position, therefore quartile 2, that would be 6. And then you're all set. Alright, so let's have quartile 3. So Q sub k equals k n plus 1 divide 4. So Q sub 3 equals 3 times n is total number of samples. So that would be 7 plus 1 divide 4. So Q sub 3 equals 3. 7 plus 1 is 8. Divide 4. So Q sub 3 equals 3 times 8 is 24. Divide 4. So Q sub 3, that would be equal to 6. So therefore, quartile 3, that would be on 6th position. So where's that one, class? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. This one right here. So a while ago, 2nd position for quartile 1, that would be 4. 6th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th position for quartile 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th position for quartile 2, that would be 6. And then quartile 3, that would be 6th position, that would be 8. So therefore, quartile 3 is 8. And then your O set, class. O set. Very easy, right? If the answer, class, is a whole number. And then, to get the interquartile range, so interquartile range is equal to quartile 3. That would be 8 minus quartile 1, that's 4. So interquartile range, IQR, is equal to 8. 8 minus 4, that would be 4. And then your O set, class. O set with regards to example number 1. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2, class. What if we have a decimal? Alright, let's do that. Let's do it step by step. Let's start with example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. So calculate the quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and interquartile range in the given data set 9, 11, 8, 9, 9, 14, 6, 5, 3, and then 16. Alright, so as you can see, class, the number is not yet arranged. So therefore, class, we need to arrange the number. Alright, so the smallest number is 3. So that would be 3. Alright, so next number, that would be 5. Do we have 4? Nope. That would be 5. Let's do it step by step, class. Next number is 6. Alright, so that would be 6. Do we have 7? Nope. We have 8. Alright, 8. And then 9. So we have 3 9s. So 9, 9, and then 9. Do we have 10? Nope. 11. Yep, we have 11. And then 14. 14. And then last one is 16. Alright, so how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Alright, let's do that. Let's find quartile 1. Alright, so Q sub 1. So once again, class, K is the quartile that you're looking for. So Q sub 1, that would be the first quartile. So 1 times N is the total number of samples. That would be 10 plus 1 divide 4. So quartile 1 equals, so 1, 10 plus 1, that would be 11. Simplify this one first, parentheses. So 10 plus 1, that would be 11. And then divide 4. So quartile 1 equals 1 times 11 is 11, divide 4. Alright, so 11 divided by 4, let's do that. 11 divided by 4, that would be 2. 2 times 4 is 8, subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. So we need to add another 0. So add 1 0. You put a decimal on the top. You bring down 0, so 30 divided by 4. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. So 30 minus 28, that would be 2. You add another 0. So that would be 20. And then 20 divided by 4, that would be 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, that would be 0. So therefore, 11 divided by 4, the answer, class, is 2.75. So 2.75. Now, your answer, class, is a decimal. Therefore, class, we need to get the interpolated value. We need to use this formula. Alright, so let's explain that one, class. Alright, so let me just explain this one, class. Once again, class, our quartile 1, that would be 2.75. So therefore, the position, class, that would be in between 2 and 3, right? 2.75, that would be in between 2 and 3. In the middle, class, of 2 and 3. So therefore, class, that would be this one right here. The second position, that would be 5. The third position, that would be 6. Therefore, class, your first item is 5, your second item is 6. Once again, class, your first item is 5, your second item is 6. Because 2.75, the position, class, is in between 2 and 3. Now, the second position, that would be 5. The third position, that would be 6. Therefore, number 5 right here is the first position. Number 6 right here is the second position. And then simply apply this formula. Once again, class, I hope, class, you're not confused, class. Our answer for quartile 1, that would be 2.75. Therefore, 2.75, the position, class, 2.75 is in between 2 and 3. Now, the second position, that would be 5. The third position, that would be 6. Therefore, the first number, the first item, with regards to this one, class, the first number 5, the second position, that would be your first item. Okay, that would be your first item. And then the third position, class, the 6 right here, that would be your second item. And then simply use this number, class, on the formula. So the first item, that would be 5. So 5. Once again, class, use this formula. 5, first item is 5, this one right here. Plus the decimal, that would be 0.75. And then parenthesis, second item. So second item is 6. Minus the first item is 5. Alright, so this will be equal to 5 plus 0.75. Simplify this one first. Once again, class, do not add this one, class. You can never add this one, class, because you have this parenthesis. Parenthesis comes first. Always follow PEMDAS. 6 minus 5, that would be 1. Alright, so therefore, class, simply multiply this one. So this will be 5. Copy 5. Once again, class, never combine this one, class. You will commit mistake. You can never combine this one, class, because you have multiplication. Multiplication comes first. So 0.75 times 1. So any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number itself. So 0.75 times 1, that would be 0.75. So 5 plus 0.75. So therefore, 5 plus 0.75, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 5.75. And that's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to quartile 1. You're all set. This is the interpolated value. That would be 5.75. You're all set, class. So therefore, quartile 1 is equal to 5.75. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1 for quartile 1. Alright, so let's proceed now to quartile 2. Let's do it step by step. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so let's proceed now in finding quartile 2. So once again, class, I do apologize, class. I erased our solution a while ago because we don't have enough space. Alright, so quartile 2. Quartile 2. That would be k is 2. Once again, class, let me just copy the formula. So q sub k, this one right here. Q sub k equals k n plus 1 divide 4. Alright, we're looking for quartile 2. So quartile 2 equals k is 2. And then n's total number of samples, we have 10 plus 1 divide 4. So quartile 2 equals 2. And then 10 plus 1, that would be 11 divide 4. Alright, so simply multiply this one. Quartile 2 equals 2 times 11. That would be 22 divide 4. Let's do it step by step. 22 divide 4. 22 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract. 22 minus 20, that will be 2. Add 1 0. So bring down 0. You put a decimal point on the top because you add 1 0. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, that will be 0. That will be 5.5. Alright, so therefore, quartile 2, that would be 5.5. So, quartile 2, that would be 5.5. So therefore, the position, that would be 5 and 6, right? Once again, class, 5.5. 0.5 is in between 5 and 6, right? 0.5 right here, class, is in between this position, 5 and 6. So therefore, the fifth position, this one right here. So fifth position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth position, 9. This will be our first item. Once again, class, the fifth position, that will be our first item. This one right here, the sixth position, that would be our second item. So this is the first item. This is the second item. I hope, class, you're not confused, class. Once again, class, 5.5. So 0.5, that would be in between 5 and 6, right? Now, the fifth position, that would be your first item. The sixth position, that would be your second item. So this one right here, this is the second item. We don't have enough space, class. I do apologize, class. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fifth position, that would be our first item. This one right here, 9, our second item. So same number. First item is 9, second item is 9. Alright, let's do that. Let's use this formula, this one right here. So first item, So first item, this one right here is 9 plus the decimal, that would be 0.5. Alright, and then the second item. So second item is 9. Once again, class, I hope class you're not confused. Let's do it step by step, class. 5.5. So therefore, that would be in between 5 and 6. The position, that would be in between 5 and 6. The fifth position, that would be your first item. The sixth position, that would be your second item. So first item is 9, this one right here, plus the decimal, this one right here, class, decimal 0.5. And then second item, the formula, second item is 9 minus the first item is 9. Alright, so 9 plus 0.5, 9 minus 9 is 0. Alright, so multiply this one. Do not add, class. Simply multiply this one first. Multiplication comes first. So 9, 0.5 times 0. Any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. Once again, this any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. So therefore, we can just simply cancel this out. Alright, so therefore, quartile 2 is equals to 9. Once again, class, quartile 2 is equals to 9. So quartile 2 is equals to 9. That's it, class. You're all set. Once again, class, quartile 2 is equals to 9. And then you're all set, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to quartile 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to quartile 3. Once again, class, I'll be erasing this one. We don't have enough space, class. So quartile 1. So let me just write the answer here. Quartile 1 is equals to 5.75. Quartile 2 is equals to 9. Alright, let's find quartile 3. Last one, class, quartile 3. And then interquartile range. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so let's find quartile 3. So use the formula Q sub K equals K. So K n plus 1 divide 4. So Q sub 3. We're looking for quartile 3. So 3 times n is total number of samples. That will be 10 plus 1 divide 4. So Q sub 3. 3 times 10 plus 1 is 11 divide 4. So Q sub 3 equals 3 times 11. That will be 33 divide 4. So Q sub 3 equals 33 divide 4. Let's do that. 33 divided by 4, that would be 8, right? 8 times 4, that would be 32. Subtract, that would be 1. You need to add 1 0. So bring down 0. You put a point on the top. So 10 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract, that would be 2. Add another 0. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, that would be 0. So that would be 8.25. 8.25. So therefore, 0.25, 8.25, that would be in between 8 and 9. So 8 and 9. 8 position and then 9th position. So 8 position and then 9th position. Alright, so our 8th position, that would be our first item. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be our first item. Easy as that, class. And then our 9th position, that would be our second item. This one right here. And then simply apply the formula. Once again, we only use this formula if our answer contains a decimal. So we use this formula because it contains a decimal. Alright, so let's apply the formula. So first item, that would be 11 plus the decimal. So decimal, that would be 0.25. So 0.25. Alright, and then once again, let's do it step by step. 11, the first item, plus the decimal. And then the second item, that would be 14. So parenthesis, second item is 14. Minus the first item is 11. Once again, class, do it step by step, class. So first item is 11. Plus right here, the decimal 0.25. Parenthesis, second item is 14. This one right here. Minus the first item is 11. So once again, class, 8th position, that will be the first item. 9th position, that will be the second item. So first item is 11, second item is 14. Alright, so 11 plus 0.25. Simplify this one first. 14 minus 11, that would be 3. Alright, and then simply multiply this one. So this will be, once again, class, simplify this one first. Multiplication comes first. So copy 11 and then plus. So 0.25 times 3. So 3 times 5 is 15, 5 carry 1, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 3 times 0 is 0. Alright, and then simply count, class, the numbers to the right of the decimal point. So numbers to the right of the decimal point, so 1 and then 2. So So therefore, that would be 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. So once again, class, we have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. So therefore, 1 and then 2, we need to have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. Alright, so therefore, the answer that would be 0.75. So 0.75. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class, with regards to multiplication of decimals. You count how many numbers to the right of the decimal point. We have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. Therefore, we need to have 2 numbers to the right of this decimal point. So therefore, 0.25 times 3, that will be 0.75. And then simply add this one. This will be 11 plus 0.75, that will be 11.75. That's it, class. You're all set. So therefore, quartile 3 is 11.75. And then we're all set, class. Quartile 3 is 11.75. And then that's it, class. We're all set. Alright, and then to get the interquartile range, so this will be quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Alright, so this will be quartile 3 is 11.75 minus 5.75. So therefore, RQR, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be equal to 6. And then that's it, class. We're all set for quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and then IQR. That's it, class. We're all set. Alright, so that's it, class. We're all set. So how about you try this one, class? And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So you find quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and then interquartile range. Alright, so once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.